Okay, so now you can see that I've got the level about from the top of this plane to the bottom of this area. It's about 14 to 16 millimeters, somewhere in there. So the next thing you want to do after you get that is check and make sure that the occlusal plane looks level in all directions. So it looks pretty good here. You know, it follows. You want it to follow basically the plane of the arches. So it's pretty close there. And then the next thing you want to do is look at the frontal view and see, and you know, check and see if it's level. It looks a little bit high on this side, so I'm going to level it out and just get it, you know, in a position that's where it's kind of a happy medium from all directions. So once it looks good, then you're set. Now what we want to do is, because this periphery wax is pliable, we want to go ahead and secure it with some of this pink wax. So the first thing we're going to do is get our torch out. Now this is going to be it's really tricky because you want to make sure that you don't move this occlusal plane when you're doing it. And the other thing is you want to keep this as clean as possible. So I'm going to heat some of this wax up pretty well. I want it to be nice and soft, not too soft so it melts in my hand, but I want it to be nice and soft so I can get it under there without having to you know, alter the position of this occlusal plane. I'm going to do that in at least 3 positions. Too soft. Okay, so now I want to make sure when I'm putting these in, our goal eventually is to see these lines come down here, and we want to be able to see these marks. So what I don't want to do is get these things in the way where it's going to impinge on the vision later. I want to keep these things clean, remember, because the cleaner they are, the easier they are to see, the easier your life is. So after this, I'm just going to take basically the wax spatula and you know, lute these down so it sticks and basically stays put, because that's what we want. We want this thing to stay put. Also, if you're as you're working, if you notice the occlusal plane start to move, make sure you fix it, put it back where it's supposed to be, and then re-lute it. You want to make sure this thing is, you know, well seated at all times.